back to tnoozLIVE at ITB Berlin, presented by TravelAir. Martin Cowen, commercial editor for tNooz, kicking the day off. We've got Joseph Wang, who's
Hi.
Chief Commercial Officer for TravelDaily. We have a content partnership with TravelDaily, helps us keep an even closer eye on what's happening in China. Joseph knows everything and everybody.
Well, we'll try.
in the Chinese inbound, outbound and domestic sector. So what we're going to just sort of kick off today, Chinese outbound, everybody knows the numbers. I can't remember the last, is it 120 million a year, whatever?
Yeah.
It's loads,
Yeah.
it's loads. There are loads of Chinese people traveling outside of China, still mainly locally, but also increasingly European, North America. So Joseph,
Yeah.
just explain, what can travel brands outside of China do to get a piece of this market?
Okay. 400 million millennials in China itself is the fast-growing demographic in the marketplace and also in workplace. And then they represent a huge and dynamic opportunities for travel brands in outside of China. If this brand want to, if you want me to give some suggestions for these brands, how to connect with the millennial, that would be, first of all, you should know China is a huge country. It's a combination of more than 30, provinces with different people, different background, different behaviors, online and offline. So my suggestion, number one, will be you should have a very simple way to identify or do a segmentation by first tier, 1.5 tier, second tier, and third tier.
Okay, so you're talking about the size of the city. So you have first tier cities such as Shanghai and Beijing.
Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. These four cities are the first tier.
Okay, and then the second tier.
Second tier, actually there's a 1.5 tier.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I knew the second,
Exactly.
third, and fourth tier, but now we've got a 1.5 tier.
1.5 means there's about 12 cities in China. They are growing rapidly in terms of the GDP, and also they are really close to the first tier cities. And then also they have some new, GDP in terms of financial service or innovations or technology. Like Hangzhou is a headquarters for Alibaba.
Okay.
So they have more millennials living there. So, and also they have a high penetration for mobile payments, everything. So when these millennials living in Hangzhou, they want to go outbound, they are definitely different with the first tier cities or the people from the third tier cities.
Okay, so basically you're saying that people from the major metropolis, Shanghai, the 4-tier cities that you mentioned, are a different market completely from the third and fourth tier cities, and even from the 1.5 tier
Exactly.
cities.
So what I mean is you cannot have just one marketing cohort, like you have one for North America, or you have one for Japan. But in China, you definitely have a very, it's a pretty complicated and segmented strategies.
I would imagine that even within Beijing and Shanghai, there is sub segmentations.
Exactly.
But when you're talking a population of 40 million,
Exactly. In Beijing, 23 million people.
Okay, so different cohorts within the different.
And also, China is an emerging market. Even in Beijing, in Shanghai, they are changing quickly. Monthly, annually, you will see some innovations. You will see like the share biking, share riding, whatever. And mobile payment, of course, is really popular in China now, especially the first and second tier cities.
Okay, so where are the let's just try and think about sort of the first tier, the major metropolitan areas in China. Where are they traveling to when they go outside of China? What destinations are appealing to these sort of Chinese millennials? Okay.
Now I think the Chinese people, especially living in the first tier cities, they are compared with 10 5 years ago, they are more aware of the purpose for each travel, meaning they are more experienced. They know what they are trying to get. And then they are not just willing to pay more money or going farther, but they're looking for kind of unique experience. It's kind of independent travel, family trips, getting some knowledge, get some networkings with local people, and explore the local life. So that's basically I see from the first tier cities. But if you look at second tier or third tier cities, now they are more looking for good destinations like islands for vacation, or for they will go to the UAE for shopping, for something like that. It's quite different.
Okay, so you've got the first tier city millennials who want to go out and do the experiences, the live like a local, the learning, whereas the second tier cities are more traditional, for want of a better word.
Yes, I think the first tier cities, especially millennials living in the first tier city in China, I don't see any difference for them between the Western counterparts.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so they're just...
Even they are more experienced in using the mobile phone to explore the local life.
Okay, you keep mentioning mobile, and it would be silly not to talk at length about China's mobile preeminence. I mean, so much of the mobile innovations that we see in the West are coming out of China, and I think we underestimate just the extent to which mobile is such a big way in how Chinese people live their lives through their smartphones. So, I mean, chat, payments. I mean, is there anything particular that you'd like to share with an audience from outside of China, thinking about China, thinking about mobile, payments, chat? I mean, anything else or?
Okay, when talking about mobile payment, definitely yes. Everyone knows in China now is being a cashless society. So everyone knows this news. But today I really want to focus on something about the mini program, which was powered by WeChat.
So that's the mini program.
The mini program.
Okay.
That's not an app. That's like an ecosystem which enables people, users, to access instantly with services, products, hotels, airlines, whatever, without downloading an app. I mean, this is completely different with the searching engines, or the behavior for travelers, what the travelers have been doing for the past 20, 15 years. So now with the mini program, people, especially Chinese people, they're able to explore the destinations when they arrive in the destinations. Meaning they book a flight, book accommodations, ahead of the departure, but they leave a lot of space for themselves. When they arrive in the destination, they don't need to download any apps, but they can use mini program to explore the services just around them. So in terms of the a mini program is kind of offline to online platform.
Okay.
Yeah. Mainly they do this through scan a QR code at a hotel reception, and you can instantly access to all the restaurants or your shopping malls just around you.
So the hotel itself would have to have the barcode on reception for the WeChat mini program users to scan, and that then accesses the WeChat mini program, and then within the WeChat mini program there will be local attractions, tours, activities, restaurants. Is that basically what this is, mini program?
Yeah, a QR code, a scanned QR code is a main method for this, but also people using WeChat to search.
Okay, so you can search within WeChat.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can search the nearest, barbershop, or the nearest, restaurant, which is good for Chinese. Something like that.
The Chinese barbershops.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you are tourism bureau, like you are tourism bureau for Berlin or tourism bureau of Manchester, so you should definitely look at this opportunity because you can work with OTAs, meta search, but that will only solve the problem before the customer's arrival.
Well, that's really quite interesting, because when you talked about the Chinese millennials in the first tier cities not being any different from normal travelers, they're just Chinese, they're French, German, American, they're just travelers who happen to be Chinese. The same thing applies here, where it's the in-destination seems to be an opportunity. So you can, as a non-Chinese travel brand, you could use the various channels to get Chinese people to your destination, but once they're in destination, that there is still opportunities there to win the business of what they actually do in destination. And WeChat mini program, it sounds like, is one of those. I mean, are there any other similar things in the offing, or is it very much WeChat at the moment that's leading this?
Well, I'll be honest, WeChat is leading on this.
Yeah.
And then they are expanding quickly overseas. So far, you can see visit Britain or visit Sydney. You can search these services through mini program on WeChat.
Okay, so it's more sort of destinations are currently using
Exactly.
it, but can sort of brands, individual properties, is that the next stage for mini program?
I think this depends on what stages you're trying to connect, or you're trying to provide a service with the travelers. So we have the exploration, searching, shopping, purchasing, anticipation before departure, and even in the flight. So that's all different scenarios. So travelers, especially from China, they have different demand or expectations during the different stages of travel.
Okay.
So for mini program, I think today it's mainly now it's focused on how to solve the problem for maximize your travel experience in destinations.
Yeah.
But we're still looking at how they change the fundamental landscape or change the whole travel journey. So we are still looking at this. Yeah.
Okay, that's fascinating. I mean,
It's very
WeChat mini
interesting.
program.
Yeah.
One of the great things about sort of covering China for teenagers is every now and again something turns up that I've never come across before.
Yeah.
And another great thing about China is you have the Tencent, Baidu, Alibaba, Ctrip, massive businesses, but you've also got the most incredible startup community. And as a travel daily specialist, you must come across a whole load of startups. I mean, is there any startups that you've come across in China that are particularly sort of interesting or exciting or sort of lucrative?
Well, that's a really great question. In China, it's an evolving technology and a technology-driven company, technology-driven country. So every month you see new, innovations or disruptive technologies coming here. So what I'm focused on, TravelDaily may focus on is as the travel behavior is shifting from booking, from searching, which used to be a barrier or very difficult for travelers for the past 12 years. But today it's not a problem at all. So people can tap, within 12 taps, you can get everything you want on the Ctrip, Meituan, Fliggy, or Booking.com. But today, as travelers shifting from booking to the in-destination activities, so now we see more innovations in this field. For example, the transportation unit of Ctrip, they are doing pretty good job for the past year. They are trying to grab every opportunities within the transportation vertical, share riding, shuttle bus, to connecting all the touch point for the customer in the destinations. That's a big opportunities for startup. The second one might be kind of like in-destination service platform like Klook. Basically they are in Hong Kong, and then they give you multiple choices to maximize or improve your local experience, and then something like that. And also one area I'm pretty interested in is that in-flight shopping experience.
Yeah.
Because with the mobile penetration and also the airlines trying to improve their customer experience or improve their ancillary revenue. And then now in China, people do not have to switch out their mobile phone on flight, and also the penetration of the in-flight Wi-Fi is quickly expanding. So I'm looking at this a big trend or opportunities in creating or using the technology to create a unique in-flight shopping experience. Meaning, it will be completely different with what you do, on the ground.
Yeah.
Like you do everything, on Taobao or Amazon. It's public. It's public, and then, but in the air, it's unique. It's based on the flight. It's based on who you are, because airlines know who you are, where you're from, and where you're going, who are you flying with, and they can personalize, the product, or they want the information that they want to recommend to you.
Okay, no, but that's something, again, we cover sort of in-flight Wi-Fi quite closely on TNOOZ, and it's happening. So basically what you're saying for the startups, the booking and the search is sort of Ctrip, and the rest of them have hoovered that up, and the real innovation is happening elsewhere. All right, well, the thing about China is you could just talk about it forever, but unfortunately, or fortunately, we've got a whole load of other guests lined up. So, Joseph, really strong start to the day. Thanks very much for making the time to talk to us. I hope you're having a great event. Good ITB. Safe trip.